is doing, especially when it comes to draft. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go. We're gonna get into this. It's best of one. Best of ones are always scary to be part of, but I always love the high stakes energy that they bring.
Yeah, no, me too. So this is how it is. When you're in the losers bracket, every game has to count, and especially with a game as flippant as Pokemon Unite, sometimes the cards go your way, and sometimes the cards don't. But this is a matchup where things are pretty equalized. Honestly, we've already seen a Sylveon ban for the first time today, along with an Alolan Ninetales ban as well. Super interesting bans here from both sides, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously want to ban that control mage, but Ninetales is one of those kind of mid-range attackers that can cause a lot of havoc if you want to, dive in to the back line. You're not really able to do that when you have a Ninetales throwing out those avalanches. It's one of those tough ones, and looks like XO, they want to go straight into it with that T-Tar.
Yeah, no, this is a comp that you can build around with the Citar being picked so early, but this is also a comp that you can counter pretty easily here with Fellas United. They're going to be looking for as many things to shut down this T-Tar as possible, but they've already got a really great support in this Blissey, and honestly, I really love this Snorlax pick here. I think Snorlax is one of the best defenders to pick into T-Tar because you get that yawn, you can heavy slam it, to engage or run away, but main thing that you get that block to either push it away or you get that yawn to just completely shut it down.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing Protect the President right now, Ribbon. Like, I mean, T-Tar, you want you want to just totally build around that. They have that Blissey, they have that Snorlax, they have that Espeon to prevent any dive from going in, and potentially this Venusaur. I mean, I could see this Venusaur being one of two ways, but that Buzzwole is very scary to me. I mean, it's kind of fallen off in recent times, but I think it's definitely one of the stronger picks into something like a T-Tar if you want to actually stop it.
Hey, Rixel's making it risky business. What can I say? Getting face to face with this T-Tar. I really do like this intel pick into this composition as well. It'll be something that can do really great damage at a range to this T-Tar and to this Espeon, but also they will have an answer to what's most likely going to be a Venusaur here in those snipe shots. And this Delphox is going to be doing their absolute best to try to distract and play that mid game along with this Espeon.
Yeah, and this is something we saw Martine do in Underdunk a couple days back. Utilize that Inteleon, stay arm's length, and honestly, even like 10-foot pole length away from that T-Tar, not even allowing it the chance to pop that Sand Tomb on you or even get anywhere near you. So that plus this Delphox, you have a lot of control on the side of Fellas United that this T-Tar is going to have a tough time getting into.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It is definitely going to be up to Fellas United to catch this engage that will eventually be coming from XO. The question is where and when, and hopefully XO can find the crack in the shield of a composition that Fellas United has provided, and hopefully find the oppositions for a good team fight. Real X factor, honestly, to watch in this game is going to be this Venusaur and this Inteleon, because they're going to be two characters that could really change how an engagement goes depending on where damage ends up lying.
Yeah, well, here we go. Game one, game only of this losers bracket contest between XO and Fellas United. Fellas United on the right side. They're going to take this Inteleon Martinez to the central area.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Martine ends up matching this level 5. They are going to be using the split jungles with these EVs from the side of XO, giving that blue buff to that Venusaur is going to allow them to level up faster, and Espeon will be there to clean up the rest. Already, though, putting in obnoxious amounts of pressure is Fellas United on this top side, but it looks like XO's gotten the secures.
I mean, that's what you got to do if you have an Eldegoss. It's something that plays really well early game, and you want to stop that Larvitar as much as possible early on.
Yeah, already, this Buzzwole, which we haven't even talked about, has a little bit of an experience share above his head.
Oh,
So Umbreon's playing the Fender Buzzwole here. It's going to be super interesting to see because that's probably going to be the primary sort of engage, but unfortunately, this extremely early power game from this Espeon is going to shut that down.
what the hell? I have XP share Buzzwole down in this basement path. XO is looking really good. They're going to take all of these bottom Altaria family. 3 members, though, of Fellows United going to be able to take a majority of the top lane farm. So a little bit of a trade between these two teams. But Fellows United is pushing deep into the flux zone of XO.
Yeah, it's up to Earl to try to find some sort of value out of here, but unfortunately, there's only so much burst that a store power Espeon can do. They did land the secures early side, but unfortunately, with that late game already, Fellows United is pressuring right here. Martine's looking for a cheeky little invade yet again. And in this bottom side, it still looks like this Venusaur honestly is doing a really great job in landing these secures already almost level 7.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that's really tough to do as a Venusaur. So if you're ever able to get some of them, that's absolutely massive. So the stored power Espeon has found this Inteleon. Is Inteleon be able to get the blue buff? No, that is still the side of XO. That is their blue buff. They're going to take all of that. Not only that, but they're going to peel towards this Altaria family. Look to get a majority of that, and they have gotten all of it. And now, Ribbon, we have a Venusaur online.
Yeah, we do. That's a level 7. Fellows United does respond and getting big scores in on both the top side and the bot side, but EXO got so much free experience here. Unfortunately, it does look like Rixel's landing some really great CC and landing these things out. A really nice moveset choice in this Curse, and this Horn Leech is going to really allow them to provide maximum amounts of CC to this eventually evolving Tyranitar.
Wow, that Martine is just not missing right now. He's hitting every single snipe shot, doing massive amount of damage. They do break that top goal, so like you said, a lot of experience up to that T-Tar, so if they do choose to get that, and that's exactly what they're going to try to feed. Basement side, we do have a basement Reggie spawning. However, Fellows United is going to be taking this top Regieleki off the board. Registeel in this basement path could be big for whichever team gets it.
Yeah, and with a fresh level 9 Unite, unfortunately, EXO, all they really have to rely on is this Espeon and the Psychic Solaire. They really haven't gotten an opportunity to get this T-Tar online. They haven't found any sort of experience in enemy Pokemon, just really farm. And Martine is doing their best to try to continue to make it rain. The Psychic Solaire is popped to try to catch this Buzzwole out of position, but unfortunately the beam does go a little bit wide, and this Trevenant's getting free stacks and free XP up in this top side.
Yeah, good job by EXO pushing Fellows United away from this objective. They're going to peel down to this Registeel. They're going to start touching it. We do have a little bit of a secure potential on this Venusaur. Are they going to be able to pop this beam in time? We do have a big... Oh, we do have Venusaur able to take it. I thought that the Delphox with that Mystical Fire might have been able to do it, but they might have gone a little bit early. Fellows United going to push towards this tier 1 goal, though, in this basement side.
Yeah, they're going to be getting in plenty of points underneath the fireworks of this Delphox. Fellows United taking care of that tier 1. But I feel like this is exactly what EXO wants now that they have both of these tier 1s broken. They have plenty of opportunities to get this T-Tar as much farm as possible, and they're going to need it because this Delphox is already getting some big levels. And honestly, this Trevenant has been doing a ton of work right now. Rixel piloting this pick perfectly at the moment already. An engage is brought in on this top side, but doesn't look like there's gonna be much to it. Fellows United hanging from the hills, but EXO not unfortunately able to make it work with all 5 members there.
Yeah, Trevenant, if they were to gone down there, that could have been a massive amount of comeback XP for EXO. Unfortunately for them, I think a beam just fell just short, but level 11 Trevenant right now is a pain to deal with. Maybe not necessarily a pain split, but it is a pain to deal with. T-Tar's going to try to dive on into this Buzzwole. They throw the Sand Tomb, does capture it, but Buzzwole's going to eject on away. Big snipe shot lands onto the Snorlax. Snorlax is running very low, takes a power nap in the middle of the field. Eldegot's going to try to Cotton Cloud crash and heal some of the team. They're able to do so. Big beam on the side of EXO. We have all the Unite moves getting expended. We have the block is able to section off and take care of this Buzzwole, and it looks like EXO has kind of come out the better of this first part of this exchange in this top path.
Yeah, they really did a good job of kind of isolating that Buzzwole right there. Fellows United was not able to respond fast enough, and EXO was able to kind of curtail it out of that fanciful fireworks. But this looks like a flip of a Regieleki, and unfortunately EXO getting cleaned out by Fellows right there. They're going to be walking this thing downtown.
Yeah, it started looking like a flip, and then at a flip of a hat, you saw 3 members of EXO go down there. They're going to have to defend this Regieleki from pushing in. We do have a basement Reggie that has just hit the map as well. Fellows United is going to take a peek through the enemy jungle, farm up anything that they're able to. Taking a peek at our blue buff, they're going to be able to clear that out is Martine with a nice smite shot secure. Now, it does look like this Trevenant is just kind of trying to get vision for the team on the way downtown.
With a basement Registeel right here on the option for both teams. This would be a really great pickup for both teams, honestly. So it does look like Fellows United is going to go ahead and start lightly tapping away at it, especially with multiple members of EXO being spotted here on this top side. It looks like they're electing for the tier 1 push in the top side, already dealing some light damage to this Buzzwole.
Yeah, they're going to try to take the fights where they can get them. However, Registeel goes to the side of Fellows United. Big KO over to the side of that Venusaur, now make it a double piece. They're going to close out this goal zone. Pretty decent overcap, 23 if I'm doing my math correctly, if I saw that right. That's going to be a nice little bit of comeback for them as they're kind of getting towards this final stretch. Right now, 131, 242, so not too far behind. And that's exactly what you want if you have something late scaling like that T-Tar.
Yeah, and the most important part of how that scoring arrangement went is both the Venusaur and the T-Tar got those scores. So that is huge experience for both of these picks. Now with those scores, both of these picks are going to be able to have easy access to level 13, and that's when this comp is really going to start shining. Earl also getting their 12, so that Psybeam Plus is going to start hitting like a truck, especially if they landed on top of this Trevenant.
Yeah, and looks like Fellows United setting up for this Rayquaza. We have a couple members in this bottom L, couple set up in the top L. They're playing pretty aggressive here, but a little bit of a split angle.
Ooh, big snipe shot from Martine right there. Probably has to be the reset call from EXO, but Umbreon's with a little bit of interesting positioning. Doesn't pull the trigger there. That would have been a sneaky place for them to really catch EXO off guard, but they do walk away, and it looks like both teams have effectively traded sides of the map. EXO probably going to be looking for another engage, and Martine going to continue to hopefully make these snapshots land.
Yeah, Snorlax is looking for a heavy slam target right now. Try to maybe find that. Inteleon does set their eyes on him, but I think Inteleon is so sneaky. Big Solar Beam connects on the Eldegoss. Eldegoss is going to go down right there. Delphox is going to be next. T-Tar looking for damage and just find it, but it's Venusaur with another perfectly hit beam. T-Tar is going to pop the Tyrannical Rage, and they're going to push on in. Blissful Assistance is going to try to get into this Inteleon. Are they going to be able to clean it up? No, Snorlax takes a power nap. Trevenant going back to the Pokemon Center, and 2 members still down for Fellows United.
We're going to need any sort of desperation play here from Fellows United, because honestly, it looks like EXO has this team fight under control right now. Blocked away by EXO is that Inteleon. The snipe shot goes to him. Next, Martine finds the miracle shot and bends the bullet, catching this game on its wheels. Wow, what a shot there, Kyle.
That is a shot heard around the world, Ribbon. You thought that EXO was going to have the clean sweep of this. This game's not over. Fellows United is going to try to get their Hundo Burgers in, but it's not over, Ribbon. They do have an opportunity to maybe score a couple. However, they're going to need to score a lot. Down 200 points. This is going to be a tough one if they're going to want to come back. There's 3 members of Fellows United defending this bottom goal, and it looks like they have enough defense. Huge miracle secure by Martine and Fellows United, and they live by the skin of their chinny chin chin.
Yeah, that game was looking dangerous for Fellows United, but Martine only needed 1 shot and 1 opportunity, and they land it and kill it. Perfect snipe shot right there. And they got that through 2 members, Kyle.
Yeah,
and
that was insane.
And a round of Snorlax that was in their face.
There's no way. I'm speechless. I don't know how EXO didn't get that, how that got through. There's no body block on it. I mean, it was just pure desperation. That was their only shot at winning that match. It seemed like EXO had won the team fight. They had pushed enough people out, but that Inteleon just able to barely squeak in that snipe shot and take it for them. That is, wow. I'm speechless.
Yeah.
I,
I'm just as speechless too, because that was such a honestly a masterful team fight right there from XO. They find the Eldegoss freshly caught out of position, and unfortunately, Fellows United just has to respond, and then they win the team fight in the top side while Martine is still safely tucked away. And unfortunately, this Buzzwell was just not able to hold down this T-Tar in time, but Martine with that snipe shot just completely flips the script. And I feel like Fellows United probably more upset that they won that game than that if they would have lost it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's got to be a heartbreaker if you're XO. That's, whew. That's just so. I've been on the. Martine in chat, what the fuck? This is on stream? I mean, yeah, we caught it. So you look back on it. We're still speechless on that, Martine.
That was absolutely crazy. It does look like it looks like